off-planet beings, benevolent. They wanted to create an amazing being, and I think we've got 57 strands of their DNA. And of course, the Nephilim came through and actually altered that, and started putting reptilian DNA as well. So, yeah, I agree with them, absolutely.
It's an amazing history on this planet, isn't there?
And the sad thing is, it's very difficult to find. History has been altered. I'm hoping it'll all be altered back one of these days. When we get the true history of the planet.
Are most ET races benevolent, friendly?
There's a lot of them, yeah. I mean, the problem is this planet is so beautiful. It's got so many resources on it that everyone wants to take over the planet. And so, of course, it's a battle at the moment. We're in a spiritual battle between, dark and light. And I think, we win. But I think it's just important for us to start realizing that, this is what's going on. I mean, people don't seem to want to understand that there are ET races. If I speak to my father, he said, well, there's only us in this universe. And, okay, so it's infinite, and you think there's only us. I mean, it's crazy. Bless his heart. But, there's definitely a lot going on, and I think the other thing is there's a bit of a battle off-planet as well, because we have the technology, we have these craft now. We've reversed engineered them. So, you've got Space Force with some of these craft. So, there's a lot going on people don't realize.
Let's go to the phones. They're lining up for you. We'll start with Lauren in Vancouver, Canada. Welcome to the program. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, George. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure thing.
Doctor, I'd like to first thank you for your views on some of the stuff, as we're not born sinners, me being Jewish, first of all. And I'd like I'd like your view on the idea of the virgin birth, if it was actually a virgin birth, or could it have been an alien planting an embryo? Like I've heard so many stories about women who woke up, all of a sudden they're pregnant, and then 6 or 8 months later their baby's gone out of their body. So comments on the virgin birth, please.
Well, it's interesting because it goes back to, there's some starseed, Jesus was a starseed and all this sort of thing. So he was actually a Melchizedek being. Now, some starseed races, like Melchizedek, like Arcturian, you can't birth them because there's not enough DNA to hold the soul in a human body. So what they have to do is they have to splice them in. They take on a craft, it's all agreed, they splice them in at, the egg and sperm so that it's got enough DNA to hold the off-planet being's soul. I was the same. I was spliced here at birth. And so it's Virgin Mary thing. It was certainly off-planet, to get, Jesus here for sure.
What do you think? Jesus was an extraterrestrial?
Oh, yeah. Like a lot of beings here. I mean, George, there's a lot of Arcturians. There's Melchizedek. I was born as a Melchizedek being as well. There's Lumerians, Atlanteans. There's so many beings been born on this planet. And the reason they want starseeds, of course, is because the keys of Enoch, which is taken out of the Bible, say specifically, the keys of the universe, and one of them is that you can't interfere with free will. Now you think, well, okay, even Prime Creator, who created this whole thing, cannot interfere with free will. So how do you get around that? If the planets and the beings on it, how do you get around that? Well, you get volunteers. Well, come on, guys, we've got to come down and make a difference. And the whole point about a starseed being here is to pull help off planet down here, and then once you're on the planet, born on the planet, then the keys of Enoch don't apply because you're actually on the planet. So if you use the power of prayer and say, hey guys, get down here, we need to do some things, they'll do it. So that's why starseeds were born at this time.
You said earlier that you believe in God, but what are your thoughts on God? What is God?
Well, my belief is, I define God as God as prime creator of all it is. I believe God is in everything and everything on the planet. It is everything. It's, God is in with us. I mean, I had to talk to my father, and he got all upset. He said, well, you don't believe in Jesus. I said, well, hang on. Yes, I do. I abide my life by his teachings. He said, yeah, but you don't believe he's the Son of God. I said, well, he is a Son of God, but so are you, and so am I, Yeah, but he's the Son of God. I said, so God's got a sort of hierarchy going on. I don't understand what you're saying. You know, to me, God, everyone is a son and daughter of God. And, you know, we have the ability, we have a God, what do you call it, gift. And, you know, we can go forward with that gift. But, of course, humanity has been so suppressed by all the things that are going on, debt, you know, cabal, you know, sacrifice, manipulation, you know, everything's manipulated. You know, sometimes people say to me, there's got to be something on this planet that's not manipulated. I'm kind of thinking, hang on a minute, let me think, oh, that'd be everything.
Yeah.
Chemtrails, yeah, I can't think of anything that's not manipulated, you know, so, but, you know, is it bad news? No. Power of prayer, you know, one thing, if I can share this, George, if it's okay.
Yeah.
I've got a ceremony. We do a God ceremony every 120 days, and we reinstate it every day for 120 days. And I'd encourage anyone, because people often think, well, what could we do? You know, we don't have this money and big money and everything else. You don't need money. You've got something way, way bigger to help you, and that's God. So we do a ceremony where we get as many people on Zoom as possible, and we actually call out big pharma, big tech, you know, big agriculture, cabal, Illuminati, everyone, and bring them before God for justice and release them to God with unconditional love and forgiveness. And then we reinstate that every day for 120 days, and it really helps break down all the satanic stuff that they're doing, because they do satanic rituals and we're doing a God thing, so it counteracts it. So if anyone wants to join it, it's free to join. It's on the website, and it's actually next Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time.
Very good. Let's go to first-time caller Jeeton in North Carolina. Welcome to the program. Hi, Jeeton.
Hi.
Good to have you with us. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I just have a little kind of curiosity question. There shouldn't be any kind of books and beliefs with all this, you know, meat eating or fish and all that in Christianity and everywhere. I think there should be a consciousness. So I don't get it. It doesn't add up in any way, because whole this global warming is due to this, mainly the eating meat. So living in personality is the best way to go.
What are your thoughts on extraterrestrials?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of deities come down that people think are deities, and I think, there are extraterrestrials. I went to a ranch that the animals, it was actually a horse sanctuary, were being mutilated by the grey reticulate. And he said, can you come and help? And I spent the weekend there, opened the portal, shut it down for good, and got rid of it. But, there's a lot of things going on with extraterrestrials, more than anyone can ever imagine.
Cornelius is with us in Louisiana.
Oh, Cornelius, I can't stand him year after year.
I was just telling Tommy, I'm a little bit different. They call me the God Gun,
Oh gosh, please, I can't stand him.